Hello! Welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel. I am so excited that you're found to watch this video, and if you like what you see then please feel free to subscribe. It would really mean a lot to me. So, before we get into today's video, I would like to thank our sponsor for today's video, HelloFresh. HelloFresh is a meal delivery service who have supplied... Psych! Obviously I'm joking. No, this is not sponsored by HelloFresh, but today's video is all about HelloFresh. Maybe it's people that I follow, but I feel like so many people on YouTube are sponsored by HelloFresh. It's just like everywhere. You can't go on a video without seeing a sponsor for it or like some sort of ad somewhere within the video. So yeah, I thought a video on HelloFresh would be very, very fitting. So I have been trying HelloFresh now for 4 weeks, and this is my review, summary, everything that I think of it. I'm going to chat through the whole process, pros and cons, go through some of the recipes that I tried, and yeah, let's just get into it. Also, you're going to see my bra throughout this video, my bra strap. There's nothing to do about it. These are these Zara tops and I don't get how people can wear them with a bra. So, heads up. Okay, I hope you enjoy the video and let's get straight into it. I've got my notes. I need notes. Okay, so I thought I'd start this video by going through the kind of process of HelloFresh because it's hard to know if you've never used it before. So yeah, let's go through that. So they are a meal delivery service, so you receive a box full of ingredients for recipes of your choice. The kind of like intention is that it cuts down on waste, you only get what you absolutely need, and yeah, that's the kind of basis of it. So for HelloFresh, if you've never ordered a box before, ever, if you've not even got an account, you need to decide on the options that you want for your box before you even decide on your recipes. So it's a bit strange, I thought it was a wee bit strange to me, but basically you would go on and select what menu you'd like to choose from. So the options are meat and veggies, quick cook, and family options. And veggie. Every time that I've done it, I've went for the meat and veggies option. Then you also get to pick the number of people that will be eating. So your options for that are 2, 3 or 4, and then you get to pick the number of meals that you want that week. And the options for that are 2, 3, 4 or 5. Also, if I sound like I'm out of breath during this video, my hay fever is really, really bad and it's totally playing out on my chest, so that's why I can't breathe. So once you've kind of chosen all your options, you are charged for that before you've even picked your recipes. So it's a wee bit weird like that, but that's just how they do it. Every week there is a different menu available. Now off the bat they will assign like set recipes for you, so you'll log into your account and say for example you've picked 3 meals, there'll be already like 3 predetermined meals sitting there, but you've got an option to go in and change that. For me, most of the time I have changed the meals, but one week I didn't do it in time. I think you need to do it basically, I couldn't do it, I got mine on a Monday and I went to change it on a Friday, and I obviously couldn't do it because I think it's probably out for delivery by that point, so I just went with what was like predetermined by HelloFresh and it was still enjoyable. But yeah, you can change things. Most of the time I've just kind of started from scratch and decided what I want, because like, I don't know, it's nice to have some variation, maybe have like chicken one day, veggie option one day, I don't know, everyone likes something different, so yeah, I've always just picked what I want. So when it comes to picking your recipe, each recipe will show you obviously like a description and picture of what it is, and then it will have like how long it takes to cook. I mean, see, for me the cooking time is literally never accurate because I'm the slowest cook ever, but I mean probably for you or for a normal person that can chop in a timely manner, it'll be accurate. It also tells you the level of difficulty, so like easy, medium, difficult, I'm assuming, and the nutritional information, so like how many calories are in it. Before I'd started HelloFresh, like in general, it annoyed me that I couldn't see like what types of meals they offered in general. So please enjoy this little screen recording of different types of menu options that I have had so far. So HelloFresh payment comes out as like a kind of direct debit kind of thing, but you can opt to skip a week. So if you're not like feeling it one week, or if you've got other plans, like you're going for dinner on like certain nights or whatever, or you just want a break, you can skip a week. Similar to the change in recipes, I think it has to be done a certain length of time before you get the box, and I normally get the email on like a Wednesday, I think, that the menu options are up. So I then go onto the website and then say like skip this week, and then you obviously won't get charged for it. But if you don't skip it, obviously you will get charged. So be sure to do that. You can also change the types of boxes that you get every week. So I've done this a few times. Like the first time I did it, I got 5 meals, then we went down to 4, and then we went down to 3. So you can just change like what you want every week. And you can also change the menu, you can change the number of people, the number of meals, so you can just, it's very changeable. So in terms of like delivery and stuff, the first day that I got my box I was not in like all day, so you can obviously leave like specific instructions if you're not going to be in of like where you want it to go. The guy put mine in my back garden, and I was a bit concerned because it was a kind of a warm day, and I was thinking like, is this stuff all going to be okay, like meat and stuff like that. And however, it comes in a box, it comes in a bloody massive box, right? Here's an example from earlier. So it's a pretty big box, I don't know if you can tell. So yeah, it's like a giant box, but it has everything you need. So when you open the box, all of your recipes are in like separate little bags, and all of the ingredients are in each bag. Now I enjoyed that because we had Gusto one time, we got it 1 week, and from what I can remember, the ingredients were like separate. All the ingredients for the one recipe weren't together, so that was a bit time consuming to like separate them all out, you know? But maybe I'm remembering that wrong. But I do appreciate how it's like all in separate bags. Because for me, I could just like shove it in the cupboard or shove it like in the fridge or whatever. But for chilled stuff, it's in like a wee freezer bag. So as I said, like I was concerned that it would go weird from sitting out in the sun all day, but everything was absolutely sweet. I'd got like chicken and like kind of cream and like all that kind of stuff. And yeah, it comes in a chilled bag with like ice bag things in it. And I just kept them because they're quite handy to have. So yeah, we've got like a few of them there, and that's how it's delivered. It also says on each individual bag if something is going to kind of go out of date soon, if you know what I mean. So what stuff to kind of use first, which I think is helpful. They'll say like please use me first or please use me within however many days, so that's quite handy. So in terms of meals, what I've found so far, I'm going to like actually rank what I've had later. I think I've had like 20 meals, 18 meals, 15 meals, I don't really know. I've had several and I was going to rank them in a bit, but that comes later. But so far, the general consensus is pretty good, pretty tasty, pretty fresh. I would say that the portions are big. Like I think that they're very, very large portions. The first week that I did it, they've got this system that you can like send a free box to a friend, which is quite good and it's smart on their behalf. Probably people are like, that's pretty good. And they get sucked in. I got sucked in. So my friend sent me a free box and it was a week where I live with mum and dad were on holiday. So it was just one, there was just one of me. You can't actually get HelloFresh for just one person, which is a shame. The minimum is 2 people, but I just got it for 2 and then I would use the meals for like lunch and dinner kind of thing. I'll discuss more about each individual meal later, but there was some meals that like, it was like three portions. Like now we get it for 3 people. Even with the portions for 3, they could generally serve 4. So I can't imagine how much food you get in the portions for 4. So I think if you've got like a family of 4, then you can get away with putting down like 3 people. I don't know if any of that made sense, but there's a wee hack for you. Okay, in terms of cost, so as I said, the first week I got a free box, so with that you only need to pay shipping. So I paid £4 and I got a free box and I could do up to 5 meals that week, so that was like pretty cushy. Like I spent nothing and got hundreds of food. The next week, 4 meals for 3 people and that was $48.99. For the third and fourth week, 3 meals for 3 people and that is $41.99. Because I don't generally buy food for me, mum and my dad, I don't know if that's kind of a good cost or not. So we're going to get a bit of an insight from the lady who does know how much things cost, my mother. So my mum is embarrassed and she doesn't want to be on camera, but you look beautiful.
No makeup, hair a mess, I don't think so.
No makeup stats. Sure?
No.
So I was just saying, obviously I don't know how much things cost in terms of like how much it would normally be for dinner for the 3 of us, to refresh your memory. 4 meals for 3 people was $48.99. 3 meals for 3 people was $41.99. What's your verdict? What do you think that is in relation to what you'd normally pay?
It probably
considering we normally shop in Lidl and Morrison's.
It probably is slightly dearer because obviously you're only getting the quantities for the recipe. But then you weigh that up against the convenience aspect, which it is really good that there's less waste and you don't need to go out and buy a lot of ingredients to make something and stuff that you're probably not using.
Oh my god, my mum's doing like her phone voice. You went into your phone voice there.
Sorry.
Make something.
So no, I liked it, I enjoyed it, and I probably tasted things and had things to eat that I wouldn't have made myself.
I think it's the combination of things that's quite interesting.
Yeah.
However, let's just continue this discussion. So people that have to do shops for like a lot of lunches, do you think it would still be, you know, people are working from home, you're buying more when you go to the supermarket in general?
Yeah, where I don't really specifically buy stuff for lunch though, because I always make soup for lunch, so I can't really comment on that aspect of it, I don't think. But when you did it a week on your own. Yeah. And that was quite good because you had what you didn't eat at night, you had for the lunch.
Yeah, I was just saying that because like the portions have been massive, haven't they?
The portion size is very good.
And I was saying like we think that 3 people could be 4 people. If you were like a family of 4, you could probably get away with.
Especially if there's children.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Cool. It's been a pleasure. Do you have anything else to add?
No, that's fine. I don't
Okay.
think so. Well, I like the way it's all packaged. Can I say that?
Oh, you can say whatever you want to say.
Yeah, I like the way it's all packaged, and that when it comes, each recipe is all packaged in the one wee brown bag, apart from the chilled stuff.
Yes.
Which is very good. You don't need to stand. You don't need to go through and sort it all and say that's for this recipe. It's all there in the.
Because am I right in saying that the Gusto one was?
Gusto, it was all kind of mixed together.
Told you.
Yeah.
I thought that was correct. And that's just a bit annoying, like if it's meant to be for convenience, that's not very convenient.
The HelloFresh is very convenient in that way, because I just left them all sitting in their bags until I was ready to use them. Okay.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. You're
Everyone,
welcome.
say thanks to Jenny.
I'm taking a bow.
See you. And like, if there's wine, feel free to bring it up. As she's laughing, I don't know if she knows that I'm being serious. This is my Saturday night, by the way. Fun Saturdays! So, me and Mum kind of covered a few little things there, but now I was going to go through like a pros and cons list. Let's start with the cons. Let's be negative. One issue that I had with mine was that my first box, in the box you get recipe cards. I didn't say that before. You get recipe cards, right? Like so. So, your picture, your ingredients, 30 minutes, 2 of your 5 a day, it tells you. Before you start, cooking tools you will need, ingredients, nutrition, allergens, and then how you make it. However, on my first box, I didn't get these, which was a bit inconvenient. I was texting my friend who'd sent me the box and I was like, do you normally get these? And she was like, yeah. So, I mean, you can easily get the recipe online, like it'll go straight to kind of your account and your meals for that week. So you literally just click on it. And there's also an app, which I didn't realise, which I've just downloaded. So you just click on it and it'll show you the recipe, but obviously it was a wee bit inconvenient. I like to listen to YouTube on my phone when I cook, so then I had to keep like clicking in and out and it was a bit annoying, but so yeah, that was just an issue that I personally had. The thing about not being able to see the food options before you pay for your first box, like I think that's just a bit weird. It was just a bit annoying. That's why I included those examples earlier, because it was just a bit like, I don't know what I'm paying for yet. So yeah, I found that annoying. Another one is that, as I was saying earlier, they email you when like the menu for the next week is up, but I don't check my emails that frequently, so like, I don't know, I feel like it's easier to miss it. However, I have just downloaded the app and there was an option for like push notifications, so maybe now that I have the app, it'll notify me and it'll actually come through to my phone, like it won't just be in my emails. I mean, I could just put them as like a favourite contact or whatever, but you know what I mean, like I just feel like having an app and having it come straight to your phone would be better, especially if you're like planning on skipping it and then you like just literally forget or something like that. Like that's annoying. So yeah. Oh, I just heard my mum pop a bottle of Prosecco. Lovely. I kind of think that's it for my cons. Yeah, I feel like that's it. Pros. We literally just spoke about this, but yeah, like how everything comes in their own little bags and you don't have to spend time / waste time separating everything and then determining what you need. I think that's really good. Obviously, one of the big things with the company is like there's less food waste, and I think that's really good, especially with things like, for me, like herbs. So I'll buy like, I don't know, basil and I don't know, I was going to say coriander, but I hate coriander, so not that. Thyme, let's say thyme for example. In the supermarkets you can only buy like a wee packet of it, but you only need a tiny wee bit, so you've just got all this and it just like dies literally the next day or something like that. And it's just a waste. And obviously other vegetables, things like that. As I just said as well, the portion sizes are large. Now that might be a pro and a con depending on how you look at it. They do portion out things like pasta, rice, like you get all that as well. Like I think the only thing that they expect you to have is like water and oil and salt and pepper. I think that's basically it. Oh, thanks so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Mother. Cheers. Okay, other things, I think me and my mum also just talked about this. We just think on the same level. It makes you try things that you might not have like tried before. There's like kind of weird combinations, well, in my opinion, some weird combinations in some of the recipes, and I don't know, it's like trust the process. I actually, like, spoiler alert, basically enjoyed every meal that I've had. There's none that I've actively disliked, but like you try different combinations of stuff, and I think that's quite good. You just end up getting stuck in a rut of like having the same stuff all the time. So yeah, it's good to change it up as well. I kind of had a preconception that once you got the box that you would then be able to kind of just make them all yourself. Like if you got a recipe card like once, then you could probably just try recreate without paying for HelloFresh again, like just by going to the supermarket and buying stuff. I think that is true for probably the majority of things, to be honest, but there are like some recipes, I think probably the more like Asian food, where that would be more difficult to replicate because they give you specific like sachets of like spice combinations and like different pastes and stuff like that you probably couldn't get in your regular supermarket. You'd probably need to go to like a specific other type of supermarket. So yeah, that's just something. I mentioned this earlier, but about how I got started by my friend sending me a free box. You can also send a free box, like I think it's after your first recipe or something, and maybe you could be like really sneaky and send yourself a free box and set up like a different account on a different email address. I'm not telling you to do that, but it's a possibility. I'm just saying. Okay, I thought for this section I would go through the meals that I have tried and rate them. Not go into like too much detail, but just like rate them a little bit in case these come up in your menu options and you think, oh, Rachel said that was decent. So here we go. Okay, I'm going to start with the first week. So the first one was a spicy Cajun prawn risotto. So I had this one for dinner and lunch minute the next day. Dinner, nice. Lunch, it didn't do as well as a lunch. It was a bit sickly for a lunch. I would say that the amount of cheese that you get with this is intense. Like, I love cheese. Don't get me wrong, I love cheese. But it was pretty cheesy. I was thinking it'd be more like a kind of lemony taste, but it just got pretty overpowered by the cheese. So hold back on the cheese if you're not a massive fan. I would say 7 for dinner, 5/6 for reheating as a lunch, because that made me feel pretty weighty, I'm not gonna lie. Next one, veggie ragu pasta bake. This was fantastic. This lasted me dinner one night and lunch 2 days. Lunch 2 days. First of all, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10 because it was delicious and it was really filling and it was just really nice. They give you like loads of mozzarella at the top of it, and I was just sitting munching it like as I was cooking, and there was still loads left after my pure eating session, so yeah, pretty good. But I'm going to be transparent for anyone that has similar tummy issues going on. I don't know if it's the lentils. This messed with me. This recipe messed with me on levels which I can't go into. I really can't go into. But let's just say plans were cancelled. I had to say I'm in for the night trips. I can't leave the house. I don't know if I've got an intolerance to lentils, but yeah, it was bad. So other than that, great. I'm not going to mark it down for that though, because I think that's a me issue. I don't think it's a recipe issue. I think that was a me issue. So yeah, 9 out of 10. And I just love a wee pasta bake. Like, I think I'm into a pasta bake. Okay, next, sausage and bean chilli. I have a confession, I've actually not made this one. So that week I kind of ended up making other dinner plans or something one night. I can't really remember. I had a recipe that I hadn't cooked yet, so it's currently in the freezer downstairs, so I'm sure it'll be cooked at one point in the future, but that is not right now, so it's in the freezer. Chicken thigh chow mein with peppers and green beans. 9 out of 10 by the way. This sounds quite basic, but it was bloody delicious. I don't know why I thought this, but in my head I was thinking it was going to be slimy. You know, sometimes with a stir fry or like that kind of food, it can just get slimy. I thought that was going to be the case, but it wasn't, and it was delicious, and I had it with Ryan. I cooked it for him and he loved it as well, so yeah, win-win altogether. I don't really know what calories are acceptable for dinner and what's not. This next one, the level of calories in this was pretty mental. This was a premium option, so I forgot to mention this earlier. On your menu, most things not have a price associated with them. They'll maybe be like 4 or 5, which are like $1.99 per serving or something like that, and they're like the little jazzy ones. And because this was my free week, I was like, let's treat myself, let's get a little something. Went for this one, which was, it sounded so great. I was like, chicken fajita taco bowl with street corn and wedgies. 1,000, astronomical. Is this Prosecco going in my head? The calories in this are astronomical. 1,243 calories. To be fair, I loved this. I thought it was absolutely great. Going back to the portion size, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10 because the portions were a bit mental. Like, it was really, really tasty. It was like a chicken fajita mix with like black beans. It was so good. It was really, really tasty. You made that wee like fajita bowl out of the tortillas and it was quite fun. Like, I'd never done that before. As the picture shows, you got 2 of those bowls plus the wedgies that you made. You didn't need all of that. Like, Ryan only had 1 bowl with the wedgies and he was like stuffed. I mean, I powered through. I wasn't going to give up. I ate the whole lot. It was so much food. It was absolutely mental that like they don't need to give that much food out. Large portion sizes, but that was class. Like, I don't like guacamole. There was guacamole in it, but I kind of powered through. Like, I just had a wee bit of it, and it was mixed with corn, and it was mixed with like everything else, and it was just great. It was really, really nice. I'm going to try blast this. I don't want this video's going for ages. The next one is serrano ham and butternut linguine. I had this the other day. It was alright. It was quite nice. It was really fresh. I liked like the veg and the serrano ham was nice. I'm going to go for 7 out of 10. Thai style beef meatball curry. I really enjoyed the sauce that was with this. I'm probably going to say I want to say 7 or 8 because I really enjoyed the sauce and I really liked the veggies that were with it. But I just didn't enjoy the meatballs like super much. I didn't enjoy the meatballs like the most. I feel like I would rather it was with maybe just like chicken or something like that. I'm just very boring, but yeah, I would rather that than the meatballs. Harissa chicken and lentil jumble. Now this was really nice. So actually all this week, these are all recipes that we didn't choose ourselves because this was the week that I forgot to change them, but we did enjoy all of them. It was really nice, so filling. Again, it had lentils in it, but it didn't mess me up quite as much as the pasta. But yeah, it was really, really nice. I think I wouldn't have opted for that. I think it's more kind of like Greek flavours, but it just shows you that you should go out your comfort zone and try things because it was really tasty. This one is cheeseburger with wedges and slaw. 8 out of 10. Nice. Tasty. Chicken fried rice, 9 out of 10. Really like this. I would like it if it probably had more of like a sauce, but I know that like chicken fried rice doesn't generally have a sauce, but yeah, it was so nice and it had like peanuts and stuff on the top and yeah, it was lovely. Next one is chipotle spiced chicken with Mexican potatoes and roasted veggies. I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. It was really nice. There's maybe coriander in it. I don't like coriander, so I didn't have it with coriander, but it was really nice. I felt like it needed a bit of kind of a sauce, so I added, you know, like the Marks Pyrenees stuff, Marks and Spencer Pyrenees. I had it with that and it was really, really good. Lamb linguine with courgette and cheese. I'm going to give this about 6 out of 10. For me, it was kind of just like a spag bol, and I don't really like spaghetti bolognese that much. I don't know if that's controversial, don't like come for me. But yeah, it was fine, and it's one of the quick ones, so it's only 20 minutes to make. Ours have generally been like a kind of mixture. Some are like 20 minutes, some are half an hour, some are 40 minutes, like just whatever we kind of fancied. But yeah, that one was alright. Not my favourite, but alright. Super quick Asian style pork noodles with stir fried green pepper and coriander. Again, I got the coriander so far to and then this one was nice. I wish it had a bit more of a sauce. I'm a saucy gal. I'm quite a saucy, well, I like a sauce and this didn't have as much of a sauce. But yeah, it was alright, so I'll say like 6 out of 10. Veggie moussaka with cheats garlic bread. I didn't really have a lot of the garlic bread. I just kind of patched it. I wasn't really that into it. But this was delicious and this was massive. This portion was huge. I came in and my mum and dad had it, like I came in later than them, so I was just eat after. And there was like half of it left. And it could have served 4 or 5 people, like genuinely it was huge and I really, really liked it. It was so, so nice. I've not really had moussaka that many times, but it's just so nice and like I really like aubergine. It's quite like meaty. So yeah, it was lovely. I'd say 9 out of 10. And it was a veggie one as well. I feel like with HelloFresh, it makes vegetarian options a wee bit more exciting, I think. Yeah, I actually wasn't in the night that they had this. This was crispy chickens. Oh no wait, I did try this. I wasn't in the night that they were having this for dinner, but I tried a little bit of it. Like I had a little bit of the mushrooms, a little bit of chicken and some carrots and it was tasty, but I obviously can't speak for the whole thing, so I don't think I can rate it. And also, how boring is this? It comes with a roasted garlic mash and I was like, oh, how's the mash? And my mum was like, oh, I knew that your dad wouldn't like the garlic, so I didn't put it in. I'm like, he needs to broaden his horizons. He needs to add garlic to his mash. But yeah, can't speak for that one. Sauce. So, I've summarised the process. I've given you my pros and cons. I've ranked what I've eaten so far. Now the big question is, will I continue? Will we continue as a family? We're skipping this week and next week because next week I'm away on holiday. It's just going to be my mum and dad. And I think mum's just wanting to cook some of her own meals again. But I do think that we will go back to it. As you can see, like the majority of the meals were like thoroughly enjoyable. So I'd be keen to go back to it. I feel like if my boyfriend and I live together like all the time, like I stay at his a few times a week and I stay here also, but I feel like if we lived together all the time it would probably be quite a viable option for us. We lived together last year during lockdown and I feel like I was spending about £50–60 a week on shopping and that was for like all our lunches and all our dinners and like stuff at the weekend as well. I don't know, I feel like it might be slightly more expensive, but again you've got the convenience. It's like weighing up time versus money. Is that way up? So I don't know, it's quite subjective, but I've enjoyed it so far, and I am glad to my friend Lauren for giving me a free box and getting me started. Also, speaking of the free box, there is a link that I will leave in my description. Head down to my description, and it is send friends £42 off, so I can send you £42 off, and then I'll get credit. I'll get a wee £20 credit if you sign up with that code, but it's a good deal. I mean, if you're wanting to try it. I said at the start, this is sponsored by HelloFresh. You might be thinking, is it? Is this an undisclosed sponsorship? But no, I'm not at that level of success that HelloFresh are even looking my way, sadly. That would be class, could you imagine? That would be amazing. It's just something that I've been trying, and I didn't go in thinking that it would be amazeballs. I was sceptical, but I've been enjoying it. So I kind of think that's everything that I wanted to cover in this video. If you have any questions, or if there's anything that I've kind of not answered or you're left feeling confused about, because I feel like I rambled a wee bit in this video, comment down below and let me know. I will definitely be responding to all comments. I always do. If there's any other type of videos that you'd like to see from me, please let me know. I'm always looking for ideas. It always makes me really happy when people like come to me with ideas, and yeah, I think that's great. Okay, well thank you so much for watching. Please hit the like button on this if you did like it. It really, really helps me out to see if people are kind of enjoying what I'm putting out there and what people like more than other things. So yeah, please like and comment if you have tried HelloFresh or if there's any recipes that I need to try. So again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye! I feel like I've not sat down for a video in ages, so I'm like, what do I say? I don't know. Oh my god. Girls who can breathe alert. Cheers, baby.